values reviews and stressed that differences in opinions should never divide the country. He noted that the ongoing constitutional review process must unite the nation, adding that all policy reforms under his administrations are aimed at improving the well-being of Zambians and ensuring fair contribution of the resources. President Hakainde Hichilema thanked Oasis forum leaders, including Archbishop Ignatius Chama, for accepting the invitation to engage and express optimism that the dialogue will continue in the interest of the national progress. The president ended his message with a call for unity and a blessing for the nation. Government is set to inject 4.6 billion into the Presidential Constituency Energy Initiative, a major step towards expanding the country's power generation capacity. Under the initiative, every constituency will receive a 2-megawatt solar plant, adding up to 312 megawatts to a new renewable energy nationwide.
Energy from all the constituencies. That's another result of this equation. President Hakainde Hichilema calculated years ago. We'll say government spent about 4.6 billion kwacha on a nationwide solar energy rollout under the new Presidential Constituency Energy Initiative. We will build power where people live, spread generation across the country, and stop gambling the economy on a single weather pattern.
More importantly, your market is not restricted to Zambia when you generate. Your market is now the region. For example, our Southern African power pool, that's your market. Generate here, but you sell into the region. That is why in the region, colleagues, my 2 ministers, 3 ministers there, we should talk opening up the roads for electricity, interconnectors. Get the interconnectors going. We don't have to wait.
Now, the drought exposed how fragile the old system was. The response needed to be harder than the problem itself. That is why government approved the Presidential Constituency Energy Initiative, a plant that plants 2 megawatts solar farm in each and every one of the 156 constituencies. Together, that gives the country 312 megawatts of new power built close to schools, farms, clinics, and small industries that need dependable electricity. Councils will run the projects. The 2026 Constituency Development Fund will push the first financing. The private sector will add engineering muscle and capital. A dedicated project management unit will move from site to site until the farms are connected to ZESCO Limited. These solar plants will use existing substations and grid points, cutting construction time and letting power flow quickly. ZESCO Limited will buy the electricity, turning each farm into a steady income stream for the host constituency. But this particular initiative sits inside a much larger energy build out. And so Zambia is no longer depending on a handful of hydro power stations. There are solar plants rising in Serenje, Chisamba, Choma, Kasama, Kariba, and Itezi already feeds 100 megawatts into the national grid. Kanona adds another 100 megawatts. Kafue Gorge is set for another 200 megawatts solar expansion. Luapula's 271 megawatts hydro project is moving through its pipeline. Mamba's coal plant is preparing 300 megawatts expansion to stabilize base load power. In Nakonde,
government's irrigation initiative gets boost after officers return from Israel training. The President Irrigation Initiative has received fresh momentum as Zambia officers who underwent advanced agriculture training in Israel return home with advanced technology skills. A team of 14 officers arrived at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, where Israel Ambassador to Zambia, Ofra Fahi, reaffirmed her commitment to supporting Zambia through Marsha Aid Program. Ambassador Fahi said the training focuses on building practical, homegrown expertise to strengthen the country's agriculture sector. Minister of Agriculture Director Chizumba Shepande says the officers will play a key role in accelerating the implementation of the Presidential Irrigation Initiative. Dr. Shimpande noted that irrigation has become a national priority, especially after the drought that resulted in a near total crop failure across 84 districts last season. The Zambia Correctional Service of the participating institutions has already begun applying advanced skills in irrigation of engineering and agribusiness. The service now operates more than 2,000 hectares of irrigated land and says the expansion will boost the contribution to national food production. Government says the upskilling program is part of the broader efforts to build resilience in the agriculture sector and ensure constitutional food supply despite changing climate conditions. The Minister of Health says Zambia is making significant progress towards universal health coverage through the expanded employment of community health workers across the country. Health Minister Elijah Muchima says governments working with partners such as Alpha Health Africa in Zambia has trained and deployed more than 63,000 community health workers, with each serving over 500 people.
Yeah, so we are en route to Chichile. We are visiting Chichile and Kasansa health posts. These are just sub-islands, part of Churi Island. Yeah, so there is just this embankment which connects the mainland and the sub-islands. So this embankment has not been worked on to allow easy access and also delivery of officers to Chile. So even if you give them the motorbike, they can't use it. The boat, they can use it part of the year, and the rest then it is parked. So the only way is just to be walking and wading. That is the easiest actually when accessing Chile and Kasansa. Yeah, so it's one of these areas hard to reach for us, and it has given us help in terms of delivering of medicines and other commodities to the area. Yeah, like we are going to have mass ITN distribution. People will be forced to ferry the ITNs using the same embankment that we are standing on. Yeah.
The Ministry of Health and its partner says community-driven solutions remain crucial in the fight against malaria and in achieving lasting health change. The Minister of Education, Honorable Douglas Hichilema, has called on Africans, university and postgraduates to take the lead driving homegrown solutions across the continent. Speaking in Urash, Tanzania, during the 23rd graduation ceremony of the Eastern and Southern Africa Management Institution, ISAM, Mr. Hichilema addressed more than 300 graduates from 41 countries. He said Africa needs policymakers, administrators, and forward-thinking leaders who can navigate the fourth industrial revolution without losing the continent's identity. The minister noted that ISAM's 50-year legacy, saying the constitution shaped governance, public policy, and leadership across Africa since 1975. He added that alumni has contributed greatly reformed in financial management, democracy, economic planning, and digital transformation. Mr. Hichilema urged ISAMI to take the lead in digital learning, innovation, and AI-driven governance tools, warning that Africa's risk being left behind without strong investment in digital infrastructure, cybersecurity, and innovation. We take our first break. Stay tuned for more news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Police in Mwandi district have launched an investigation after a 7-year-old girl was allegedly beaten to death by the fellow pupils. The incident happened yesterday morning in Mwazamba area. The victim, identified as a grade 1 pupil, Mwakasi Fukama, was reportedly attacked by 3 children aged 10, 9, and 8 while they were walking to school. Police say the group is believed to have quarreled before the children allegedly beat her using a stick and feet. She was pronounced dead on arrival at Mwandi Mission Hospital. Her body have been placed in the hospital mortuary awaiting post-mortem, while the 3 children are now under the care of social welfare. And in Mongo, police have arrested the suspect, gang member aged between 15 and 28. Officers also recovered a 50-kilometer bag of suspected stolen fertilizer along Mongo-Senanga Road. The arrest followed an operation conducted last night with the help of the Neighborhood Watch. Patrols covered several parts of the district to boost security. The suspects are in custody as investigations continues. People in Mushimbili wards of Kapirimposhi have been received a major boost in healthcare delivering following the completion of a new Constitutional Development Fund financed rural health post and staff housing. For years, residents, including expectant mothers as the elderly walked 6 kilometers just to access their nearest clinic. That challenge has now been addressed with the opening of the Fikolo Rural Health Post, built under the CDF at a cost of over 1.2 billion kwacha. The development also comes with a modern staff house, allowing rural nurses get Makia to become the first medical officer in the ward's history to live within the community he serves. The house will soon be connected to solar power and running water. Kapirimposhi Town Council Secretary Cornelius Hichilema says the presence of a resident healthcare worker marks a turning point for nearly 5,000 people who previously held no local health facility. Local government and Rural Development Minister Gift, who taught the new structure, said the project is proof that expanded CDF is transforming rural districts. He added that government has placed the development fund in the hands of communities and it's now up to citizens to use them responsibly. You are still watching ICU TV Main News. We take a short break and coming up next is international news and sports news. Stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Now in international news, more than 600,000 people in Ukraine region were left without electricity on Saturday morning following overnight attack by the Russian forces. The country's energy ministry reported that over 500,000 of the affected were in the capital city itself, with the remainders in surrounded areas. The outage were caused by missile and drone strikes targeting energy infrastructure across Ukraine and several other regions. Officers said around 36 missiles and nearly 600 drones were launched across the country, resulting in 3 deaths and multiple injuries. The attack came as Russia intensified strikes on Ukraine civilian and energy facilities despite international efforts to secure a peace agreement as the nation faces the onset of winter. We take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back, and now in sports news. The Copper Queens, Zambia's women's national football team, are facing a tough start to their 3 national tournaments in Malawi, with head coach Nora unable to make the trip due to illness. Nora, who was set to lead the team in the tournament, is currently in Sweden and unable to travel. In her absence, assistant coach Charles will take the charge of the team, which is competing against host Malawi and Zimbabwe in the tournament. The team, which is currently qualified for the 2026 Women Africa Cup of Nations, was looking to use the tournament as a crucial preparation phase. The Copper Queens had named a 26-member squad for the tournament, led by Rachel, in the absence of injured captain Barbara Banda.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
That sports item brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a quick recap of the stories making headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema holds 7-hour meeting with Oasis Forum. Governments to invest 4.6 billion in Constituency solar energy project. 7-year-old girl allegedly beaten to death in Mwandi. In international news, over 600,000 left without power after overnight attack in Ukraine. In sports news, Copper Queen suffer setback as coach Nora feels ill. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, stay glued to our Facebook page, ICU TV, and our website page, icutv.zm.com.